And we are live. What's up, everybody? I'm Jay from Leprechaun TV and your host of The Hot Seat, where we light the fire underneath the seat of our guests. And this week we are joined by Tom Garvey Keto Cooking. Dude, I still want to use the old name.
You're the one that told me to change it.
I know, right? My apologies. But Mr. Tom's joining us this fine Sunday
Everybody.
Fun Day. Tell us his story, his journey, and his life of keto and how it's helped him. And, we might find some great recipes out of all this. You never know.
Right.
It's not about just keto. It's about recipes. It's a lot about cutting sugars out of your diet. So a lot of us are getting older, and we might be faced with that dilemma come near future. And you never know. You might find something interesting from Tom here. How you feeling today, bro?
I feel absolutely fantastic. I did
awesome.
a little gig.
I know you had a gig last night.
Yeah.
Little backstory. This guy's performing at a local casino.
Yeah, the Pass Casino in Henderson, Nevada, live from Las Vegas.
We got 14 million watching us already. We got Jules in the house. What's up, Jules? We got Joey Edibles, Square Table Generates in the house. We got the best eyes of YouTube, Angie's Fluid Art in the house. What's up, Angie? We got beautiful Connie in the house. How are you?
Nice.
We got some love from Nothing But Love, MBL. We got Bat 13 in the house. What's up? Bat, did you get your Gabby's Grill yet? Let me know. We got Quentin Nelson's in the house, 2106 Barbecue. What's up? We got the famous Judge Wep Barbecue.
Judge.
This guy's amazing, man.
Yes, he is.
No content, but one of the greatest supporters, We got Mr. Troy V. Who is this Tom Garvey fella? Sounds like an Irish hitman.
Let's not go there.
That's for another show.
Yeah.
Cooking with Stephen and Jacqueline from Trinidad. What is up?
That's funny.
And this is another good thing we had talked about a little bit off air here, pre-show, with me changing the times. One of the thing is that I could reach other countries at this time slot. You know what I mean? Not everybody is from the United States.
That's right.
And one good thing is the UK friends that I have, it's only 10 o'clock there now, where Thursdays at 9 o'clock, it was 2 a.m. So go figure.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's tough to try to, if you put too much into this, okay, you're going to drive yourself nuts.
For sure.
And the easier you make it on yourself and everybody else, just like life itself,
We got a birthday boy in the house. CB, what's up, brother? Happy birthday. I know you 420 in it, baby. We got Brian, my Ohio fella. We'll see him on the Griddle More tour. So they changed that. The Blackstone products changed it. There's only 4 stops scheduled now, but it's a bigger show, and they are coming to Ohio. I'm so happy. We got a lot of Blackstone enthusiasts in Ohio, man.
I'm one of them.
Yep. We got Yes I Can Barbecue in the house. What's up, Simon?
Sounds great guy.
Yeah, great guy. You could thank him for the thumbnail. That's all him.
Yep, great guy. Great guy.
There's
a ton of people in here. Wow.
Love to some Mexican food again tonight. Not too many options. Yeah, in Amish town. This guy's in Amish town. I'm surprised there's even a Mexican restaurant around.
Too funny. Too funny. Man, there's a ton in here.
uh,
Wow.
but yeah, man. So for everybody that's joining us, we got Tyler, we got Buzzed Barbecue, we got Chuck, Niners Family, Gaming. Uh, they're all showing up for you, man. So go ahead and give them a little backstory about yourself, your name, where you're from, what you do, what you did.
Yeah, my name is Charlie Marks, and I never did not. I am Tom Garvey, the keto cook. Okay, I come from the East Coast, and I wound up out here in Las Vegas about 4 years ago. Um, I was a fat guy. Okay, always going to the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put it this way: an Irish fat guy. You couldn't tell me I wasn't fat. Okay,
Right.
so. But what happened was over the years, I started running into some health issues, and there again, I don't like to pick on anybody, but the conventional medicine these days is hogwash. Okay, it's all about the money and this and that. So in order for me to, I'm 68 years old. In order for me to keep going and do what I'm doing, I had to take control of myself.
Mm-hmm.
So and I don't preach about it and this and that. But I weighed the options out. Weight Watchers, no good. Okay. And plus, I had bladder cancer. I dealt with bladder cancer. I had that for 12 years. Okay. And they put me on a juicing type of regimen. Okay.
Yeah.
But I was in the middle of my 6-week treatments. Okay. And at 6 weeks, you got this. I don't want to get too graphic here, but they put it in where you're not supposed to be putting stuff up in, okay,
Right.
as a man, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I was 6 weeks into it, and this treatment caused me to have type 2 diabetes. So they had to stop it. So now I'm on another pill. It just got crazy, okay. So I had to put the brakes on it. Sugar feeds cancer cells and all that crap. So I had to put a stop to it. So what I did was I checked on there again YouTube. I checked on YouTube and found a couple doctors that were talking about it. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2015, I started doing keto. We moved from North Carolina to Jersey, North Carolina, Florida, and now out west. But we're in Florida, and I started keto. Right off the bat, lost 44 pounds in like 3 months. Okay. Feeling great. Right? I broke my leg. My leg in North Carolina, couldn't walk with a cane, and I felt myself getting old before my time. And I just started doing it. And what happened was no sugar, less carbs. But after 6 or 7 months, I got into that. Why can't I have pizza?
Mm-hmm.
And coming from the culinary world, retired chef, I'm saying, I can make it this way, I can make it that way. But it just didn't work. So I lost 44 pounds, went back to conventional eating again, and I gained 62 back.
Whoa.
Yeah. Okay. And now the eyes are starting to go, and all this stuff like that. So we started, once we got out here in Vegas, I started, I'll be on YouTube 2 years in August. Okay. I started my journey in June. So this June will be 2 years that I did this. And I lost 58 pounds to now. I went from 13 medications down to 3.
Right on.
No canes.
Right on.
Like I said, 58 pounds. I mean, I had to get rid of my big fat Hawaiian shirt, stuff. But the way I did it, Lip, was I did it not the keto way. Okay. See, there's a big stigma. Keto to me is a lifestyle. It's not a diet. Okay.
Right.
No sugar. That's it. No sugar. No high carb foods, but you can have. So I'm like 20 carbs or less. Some days I'm 50 carbs or more. Mm-hmm. No, nothing over 100, but that's where I stay.
Yeah.
So 2 years, I haven't gained any weight. I lost, like I said, 58 pounds. But the big thing is I lost 4 pant sizes.
Wow.
Okay. I mean, just like unbelievable. So I get hit with the stigma of, you're keto, so I don't watch or this and that. And I cook clean. All right. Right. I butcher my own meats. I buy in bulk. I cut everything up. Coming from the culinary world. I eat certain vegetables, not every vegetable. because not all vegetables are good for you.
It-
To my vegan friends,
I'm finding that out myself.
it's not good to eat salad every night. It's not good to eat vegetables every night. Okay,
Mhm.
sit down and get yourself full with get yourself a nice ribeye,
Mhm.
whatever, and lather it up with butter, cook it to your taste, and enjoy it. The whole
Mhm.
idea is to cut back on constant eating. Okay.
Portion. Uh,
Yeah,
Finding that out.
you'll feel yourself getting to the point now that there's people out there that do intermittent fasting. Nah, that's
Right.
bullshit. I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
didn't mean to say that. But but the whole idea is you'll find yourself once you get into this. I eat one time a day, but I'll eat from 3 o'clock till 6 o'clock. I'll
Mhm.
do my grazing, whatever I do like that. But I make sure I get enough fat in, okay, because that makes you full.
Mhm.
Okay? And there again, I'm not a doctor. Although back in the 70s, I thought I was a scientist, but well, that's another story.
Yeah.
We'll save that for another time. We'll save that for another time. But
Right.
moving things around a little bit, okay. Yeah, I mean it's cool. I mean it's like I said, 68, and I just got done playing last night, and I can stand up and scratch my ankles without bending over. But other than that, we're pretty good.
Right on. Chris from Eastwind Farms says cilantro is actually bad for you.
Well,
This guy despises it.
cilantro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He- he's not a fan at all. Let's just say that.
You know what I've been doing? I've been watching 805. I've been watching Simon, Drunken Chef, all these guys making different, the salsas and stuff.
Mhm.
Okay. I never really got into doing it, making that. All right. And I find that very interesting. It's almost like Italian cooking, a lot of Italian dishes and stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
With a little bit of twist to it.
Right.
But in my situation, also I had diverticulitis. I got the checklist, you go down,
Yeah.
but I had to make sure I took the seeds out, and make sure there wasn't too much seeds in there. But I tell you what, but I'm doing it in different ways. Not can't have the chips. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been buying. I found the Mexican store out here that is freaking amazing with what they
Mhm.
have. Okay, I
Yeah.
never seen so many peppers in my life. Look like somebody came in with a dump truck and dumped avocados, and
Yeah.
I mean, unbelievable. My point is, I shop around. I'm a fixed income retired guy. Okay, so you
Yeah.
really got to watch what you can. You can't eat ribeyes every night.
That is true.
Okay, I mean you can have when the big fed. You don't hear too much anymore about grass fed.
Mhm.
So we
Yeah.
just eat conventional the way we were, but it's meat. Yeah.
Right.
But I've been making a lot of the salsas and stuff like that, and using it also with different cuts of meats and stuff like that. Really good, really really good.
Uncle Steve joining us. What's up, brother?
Uncle Steve, how you doing? I see Daddy Dutch in here too. Come.
Yeah. So back to the salsa. I was thinking that I'm watching all these salsa videos, and I'm like, man, there's seeds in there. I'm not going to be able to eat that. You know what I mean? So how can I clean it up? Was my thought. Like, I just can't take a tomatillo, roast it, throw it in a blender anymore.
You know what the funny part about it was, my wife has a green thumb, but I tell you, she can grow just about anything. So I'm getting ready to do a video, and I had the tomatillos there, and one was cut in half. Really? I didn't remember doing that.
Mhm.
And look at it. She had a fork. She's taking the seeds out of it to grow.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, we went from a house to an apartment. Big adjustment, but I tell you what, getting older, it was the best thing I ever did.
Yeah, right. You ain't got to keep it all clean and maintained. And
So I got an electric smoker on my. Not allowed to have an open flame, but I would get around that. So I have an electric smoker there. But all the seeds that she's got grown, I'll need a machete in a month or so to get out to the smoker.
Yeah. Especially there in Nevada, man, you grow pretty quick out there as long as you got some water.
Yeah. The seeds. I mean, you got to pick through them pretty easy. Now there again, you're going to run it through a blender. A couple are going to slip by, but I don't think That's enough. You're not eating it every day. That's the problem. If you eat in a restaurant, I used to get 5-gallon buckets of shelled pistachios. Okay, so I used to make a salmon dish with the crushed pistachios and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Eating handfuls of that every day. That was the problem with diverticulitis with me.
Yeah.
Too many nuts and stuff like that.
One thing they said about the tomato skin, the thick skin, grapes, the thick skin, stuff like that, and I'm like, man, that just it puts a hurting on my my likes in the food world. You know what I mean? Like, man.
See, what I do is I'll take the tomato, the whole tomato. I'll cut it. I use plum tomatoes. I'll cut it, put it in the oven, roast it, and then run it through my blender, and then put it through a sieve.
That's what Angie was just saying right here with running things through a cheesecloth or some kind of strainer of some sort. Yeah. Troy V says he his thumb turned green once, and now he has no thumb.
That's called gangrene, buddy.
See here, Uncle Steve spoke to him about it, and he is like, you know what, all that healthy stuff that you thought you were doing, he's like, go back to your old ways, man. Go get you a burger. Just
gotta watch the sugar content and how many carbs you're putting in. Stop and think about it for a minute. If you turn around and you get up in the morning, you have toast and or cereal, coffee to go to work, have a break, eat your bun, go have lunch, have a couple burgers, by the time you get home, okay, you already put a couple thousand carbs in your system.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I mean, it's like shoveling crap against the wind. You're gonna, it's gonna hurt you. But with that said, a little at a time. There's no I tell people, don't cut your throat despite your stomach.
Oh, I was depressed there first 2 weeks, man. I was depressed, man. Mad at the world, mad at myself, like it was my fault. It was just the way it worked out. I mean, nobody's at fault, no food's at fault. It's just what happens with that part of your digestive tract and going into your colon. I mean, it's inevitable to some people that it's going to happen.
I was inches away from going under the knife to getting it cut out. They said, one more day with the antibiotics and we'll see what happens. Okay. So I was in the hospital 2 weeks. All right. So they turned around and said, you know what we're going to do is we're going to put you back on a liquid diet. So, I mean, how much broth can you freaking drink? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So we're going to put you on now a puree. All right. So but before they tell me, you eat too much red meat, you eat all this, the furthest thing from the truth. Okay.
Yeah. So I thought red meat and pork and everything was bad, and everybody was like, no, that's not it.
No. It's all that other stuff that don't digest, the corn and all that other.
Yeah.
So the first thing they bring up, I tell you, I almost threw it at the TV in the hospital. All right. I'm in the hospital, and that's when the Pope died, and that Anne Shivo trial was going on. That's the only thing that was on TV. And I'm like, I was like sick of it.
Yeah.
And they come in, they take off the top, pureed flank steak. I looked at them. I said, are you nuts? Just got done telling me to stop eating red meat. Anyway, that's.
I mean, I don't know how that would taste or smell, but hey, if there's a way to puree it and it still tastes like a damn steak, hey, I'm all about it.
I told him, get me a straw, will you?
Right. Let me try this out.
But in my eyes, it's so backwards how they're stuck with one way about doing things. Nobody wants to open up and say, hey, you know what, that this might help. Just like medical marijuana and stuff like that. Back in the day, you had to get the card, the whole bit.
Yeah.
If you had any kind of problems with it. Now they're finding out, guess what? Really nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Actually more beneficial. I was on CBD for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. There is your benefits from it. Yes, for sure. Somebody told me to start doing the oils, just a drop underneath the tongue,
just to calm your system down.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. That was a big deal for me getting that. But getting back to the keto end of it, I mean, I just eat clean. That's all I do. And
Well, what is eating clean is the question. You know what I mean? You're going to have your dietitians telling you one thing. You're going to have obviously your keto group telling you one thing. And then you're going to come over to the barbecue world and we'll be like, just eat it. And then you're going to go over, you know what I mean, to the restaurant culinary world, and they're going to be like, well, this we're not going to change our menu for anything. You know, this is what you're going to get.
yeah, the closest thing that I came to everybody agreeing with me one way or the other was the Barbecue Nation, because all right, there's some stuff. Uncle Steve Francis, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Me and him talked about it, and he said, I'll send you out stuff that doesn't have any sugar in it. Okay.
Yeah.
And I got the Gator Shake and one other one I got, Smoke Bomb, I believe. And
Yeah.
then he sent me out a couple samples of stuff that had no sugar in it. Okay. It's great. It's all good stuff. But that's how we came to be with the barbecue. There's some stuff, don't put a lot of shake on your stuff. You know what I mean? Don't use, a high sugar barbecue sauce. GU's barbecue sauce. Hickory's my favorite. They're very low in sugar.
Mm-hmm.
So very close, just to eliminate a couple things here and there. The culinary world, okay, where I come from, they sort of argue with me. Well, no, you need your potato, you need your starch, you need your vegetable, and don't forget the dessert at the end, because that's the selling point. God bless you. So,
Thank you.
Yeah, the barbecue world is the closest one that came to it. So, by me eating clean, I eat meat that I cut myself. My own steaks, my own stuff. If I buy anything, I buy it whole. I'm the one who works it. I use a lot of pork now because of the beef prices.
Yeah.
And I'll buy a whole roll of a whole chuck roll, and I'll cut that up in different ways to use. I either get the flat iron out of it, or the rest I'll cut up, some of the ends and stuff for burnt ends.
Yeah.
I do the same thing with pork butt. Okay, a lot of pork tenderloins and stuff I use. Now, this is going to sound crazy, okay, but if I eat too much protein without any fat, like chicken breasts and stuff like that, my blood sugar goes up.
Wow, weird.
Protein will actually, if you eat too much protein will raise your blood sugar also. So I have family members, that's all they eat is freaking chicken breast. I mean, that's all they eat. You know what I mean? But to try to explain that to them, they don't hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but that's, and I'll eat now, not every vegetable. So, like asparagus or the green stuff, spinach, broccoli is my go-to. And then I have cauliflower. Now I get into me and the keto world separate a little bit. Oh, we made rice cauliflower.
Yeah.
Cauliflower rice.
I haven't tried it yet.
It's okay, but it's not rice.
Right.
It's cauliflower. It's cut up very small. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To mimic rice. So yeah, I mean that and the pasta, and with pasta. This year I'm changing up a little bit. I'm going to start adding a little bit of. I got a couple people that I'm looking at that make different types of pastas and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I don't do nothing from a jar, nothing from a box. Everything I have is fresh. Okay. Very little from a can. Tomatoes would be the only thing from a can. Okay. Yeah. And I'll try different things. I'm getting into dehydrating because one restaurant I worked at, I was a saucier. I used to make all the gravies, sauces, all that stuff. And the thickener to thicken up a gravy, okay, it was always flour, always made of roux, you know what I mean? Different ways. Some Oriental dishes, you would use cornstarch and stuff. Now I use avocado. I'll put avocado in there and thicken up the gravy.
Okay.
So I'm working on right now with some squash. Okay, dehydrating squash, and taking it to a powder, and starting using that as a thickening agent for soups and some gravies and stuff like that. So the options are just that you're restricted of what you're eating. The only restrictions I have is sugar. Other than that, I can. Hey, I'm Irish. I can get into a nice freaking potato. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. And not worry about it, because if for one day, it's not going to throw me out of ketosis. It's not going to kill me. That's
right. So. Have you tried the cauliflower, like the pizza dough? Have you tried
Yeah,
that yet?
yeah.
How is that?
It's not pizza.
Right. Okay. I don't know why I was looking for a different answer, but yeah, I guess you're right.
I mean, see, back in the day, we used to drink beer. Okay,
Right. Yeah.
no other thing. It said on the can, it said beer. Okay, there you go.
Right.
So now all of a sudden now you have light beer. Okay. Now all of a sudden you have no alcohol beer. What they call it, near beer or whatever.
Near beers, yeah.
Okay. What's the sense? Okay. So if you want pizza, you crave pizza, have it. Go for it. Okay. Try to make something. I mean, something out of nothing. To mimic something else. And I've been doing that now with pasta. But I got to tell you, the last couple things I made with pasta is pretty good. I don't know if I'll ever go back to eating pasta again.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out some things, and you got some great stuff going on over at your channel, you know what I mean? I'm sure a lot of people that haven't seen your channel might have skipped over it. You know what I mean? Which look at this great lineup of foods that you got going on. You know what I mean? Like there's some great recipes in here. Let's go. Let's start from the beginning. Fork tender.
Just got to watch the music on your lip.
Yeah.
That's the other thing I get hammered. But
yeah. Now cabbage. They said cabbage wasn't good neither for it.
That's Napa cabbage. That's Napa cabbage. Okay, it's lighter taste. Okay. It cooks down into really easy to manage.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been in diverticulitis like that, so I had to pick and choose what I was doing. Now, if you want to make that same cabbage type of thing, you can use romaine lettuce and cut it up very thin.
Okay.
And use that same thing. I mean, it's just whatever you add to it is what the flavor is going to be.
Here is the picture Simon chose for your thumbnail.
That's me shrimping.
But yeah, keto seafood. You know what I mean?
That I have a hard time with seafood on YouTube. Nobody likes to watch seafood videos for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I wouldn't be one to watch it. I'd give it a watch just for the support side of things, not to actually probably like I'm gonna go recreate this recipe Tom got going on here.
Yeah. No, I totally get it, but this is all stuff that's very quick, very easy.
Keto wings. Now here's something, you know what I mean? Keto wings. Obviously it's all about the rub and stuff that you're using on it. No sugars.
That's what I made that sauce from scratch. That was
Barbacoa Bandit sauce. Is that what that was?
No, actually, that was all tomato. It was a red salsa that I made. Okay, but I added a little bit more heat to it.
Right.
And that was it. Boy, I tell you what, it was really good.
Yeah, I mean, you got some beautiful recipes. Smoked meatloaf. Oh, you gotta who doesn't like a smoked meatloaf? Who hasn't had a smoked meatloaf is the question.
That was a collab with the dude.
Mm-hmm.
He come up with that. I said, "Really, Mike? Really? You're killing me here." In fact, my neighbor. I'm in, like I said, an apartment. I got my electric smoker out on the balcony, and my neighbor next door to me, she was 80-something years old. I started smoking, got the smoker going. She comes running out and she's saying, "Should I call the fire department?" No. Right. No, I had to send her over some smoked meatloaf to shut her up.
Right. What else we got going on in here? Carb-free pasta.
Yeah, that one got a lot of mileage right there. That was
Yeah.
another. That was another. I made regular pasta. I made homemade pasta that Marie could eat, and then I made mine from the Egg Life noodles on the other one. That was a collab I did with it. But I mean, that right there is spaghetti squash. So, but there again, you don't have to use seafood. You can use chicken. You can use anything you want with it. You know,
Right.
just the whole idea is to not be restricted. Where I can't eat another piece of meat tonight. Jazz it up. You know what I mean?
Right.
I watch other channels to get ideas. I don't know everything. I'm
Right.
far from knowing everything. You know, like I said, I'll watch 805. I'll watch Sleeper. I'll watch just about everybody. Okay.
Right.
And I'll get different ideas. You know, how to combine this, put that together. To
Right.
and a lot of great channels out there. Just got to take the time to watch them. Just got to take the time to watch them.
What do we got here? This looks like it's going to be a cheesesteak. Some shaved ribeye.
Yeah.
Is that what that is? Yep.
Yeah. Now what I do is I'll take that piece. That's usually the end. And what I'll do is I'll put it on in the freezer, get it cold enough, and then put it on my slicer, and just slice it up like that. And people like that kind of stuff right there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, just hearing it sizzle in that skillet is enough to make me watch.
and you're talking about around the world, people from around the world. I got a guy from India saying, "No, what is that?"
Right.
Beef.
That's
beef.
horse. It's horse. It's camel.
Yeah. It's beef. Unsubscribe.
Right. That's not very haram of you.
Yeah, exactly. Stephen, I'm sorry, but he got to take his medication. Looking at the seafood. Stephen's allergic to seafood.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
He can't even look at the screen. He's having an allergic reaction right now.
That's chicken breast, and that's coated with pork rinds.
Oh, nice.
Egg and pork rinds. I mean, I can eat that. That's lettuce right there. That's romaine lettuce, cut up with a little bacon.
Sauteed up.
Yeah, with bacon in it.
Okay.
So it gets nice and tender where guys like us can digest that a little bit better than, like eating coleslaw or some of that.
Yeah. I love coleslaw too, man. I'm so upset. But it's life.
That moderation is the key. You know
right.
What I mean?
Here you go. Here's your green keto green salsa tacos.
Yeah.
There you go. So you just eat all this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's time consuming, but well worth it. Your gut thanks you. That's for sure.
Well, see that's where your wife really loves you, because she didn't leave any seeds in it and didn't kill me. So she helps with the with skinning it and taking it down. But there again, that's from 805 and all the guys who do their collabs and stuff. I'm learning.
Yeah.
Different way of life.
For sure. I mean, it all looks delicious. I'm kind of actually hungry right now.
Now I got them tacos.
Weather's not helping me out over here.
Exactly. Exactly. Now them tacos that was on there, I found that in the Mexican store. They're little mini tacos. They're 7 carbs each.
Okay, so on that side, corn tortillas.
No,
how is
flour.
that?
I'd rather do flour than corn.
Okay. Yeah. Good to know.
Yeah, flour, just the 7 carbs on it, and it says 0 sugar. But that's where the labels are wrong, because the carbs actually are sugar. Mm-hmm. But I can get away with 2 tacos, all right, and whatever other stuff I have on there, because it's just basically carbs and everything you use. But I can get away with 20 carbs, be full, and enjoy myself because I know I had tacos, basically. So that's the keto flip. That got almost 10,000 views on actually, no, I'm sorry. On Newsbreak, that got a little over 200,000 views.
Oh, really?
Just flipping hamburgers. I mean, it's insane.
Now, what is that?
That is a chaffle, but from the chef, Drunken Chef, I won a mini griddle. Okay, without the grid on it for the waffles, because we make chaffles. Okay, so that was just like a regular, rather than looking like a waffle, come out looking like bread. But then Keto Journey with Mike, he put caraway seeds in it. Okay.
Oh,
Lep, and I got to tell you, that made my St. Patrick's Day.
oh, really?
Yeah, because nothing like having a corned beef sandwich on rye.
Without the seeds.
Okay. Well, yeah, but I had it with the seeds in it, and I tell you, oh God, this is delicious.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of.
Somebody asked about what's that begins with a Q, quinoa? What's quinoa?
What
The
does that mean?
little, it's like rice.
Yeah. See, there again, you can. I'm a type 2 diabetic, so yes, if you're not diabetic, yeah, you can have that. Just watch your carbs on it. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm trying to see where it is. Just like you can have a little bit of rice if you're not diabetic. Okay?
Right. Okay.
So just to cut back on the carbs and the sugar a little bit, if you're not diabetic, there's a wide range of stuff that you can do.
Quinoa.
Quinoa,
Yeah.
quinoa. It's like a rice type of thing, just like risotto. I mean, we made right there. I don't know if that's it or not. Marie made a no, that's the fried
Yeah,
rice.
it says fried rice, but it kind of looks like cauliflower.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to shop around. You know what? And I would also suggest our conventional stores just want to push products. Okay.
Right.
If you turn around and go to a specialty store, like a ethnic store, either Oriental or Mexican and stuff like that, there are a lot better choices on doing this kind of eating.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's all your proteins.
Yeah.
A little
Yeah, that's onion, pepper.
What you got there?
That is from a flat iron steak that I butchered up out of a chuck roll.
Oh, okay. Right on.
I cut that all up fresh, and a little bit of onions.
Has my mouth watering over here.
All very simple stuff. I mean, there again, there's no cookbook on it. There's no I go in. It's almost like freelancing, without the sugars and stuff.
Does brown rice do the same thing as white rice for diabetics?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. And matter of fact, brown rice can be a little bit more. Could hurt you a little bit more. Now, as far as digesting it, okay, you might have a little bit. See the whole idea, especially with what we're going through. Okay, I haven't had a case in many years of it. Okay, but the whole idea is fiber. You don't want fiber. Too much fiber is no good. This is where we're going to argue. I mean, not me and you, but I mean, this is where I argue with people.
Right.
You look at some of these leading doctors. If you watch a carnivore, you watch somebody who's doing a carnivore diet. Okay, not to get graphic or anything like that, but they don't poop much.
Right.
Because your body absorbs 90% of the meat.
Right. And with what we got to keep it moving. We got to keep the slip and slide to sliding.
Got to keep it moving. And that's what people don't realize. I mean, when you turn around and tell me that you're eating salads and stuff and corn, I'm like, oh God, no, he's in trouble.
Yeah, I didn't know. I had no idea.
That's the problem.
Yeah, and that was the thing. When they sent me home, they didn't send me with information either. I had to do a lot of research, reach out to people like yourself and Uncle Steve and Drunken One, Angie. Anybody that I knew had any kind of stomach issues, I was like, hey man, what am I doing wrong? I'm still in pain. Why am I eating healthy? I mean, I was getting fruits and I was getting the salads and I switched to just straight chicken as my protein. And few people here, a few people there. My cousin Missy, she did the keto for 5 years, stopped it, and all of her health problems started. It was just, everybody's body's different, and the information's just blowing in, and I'm like, I just got to figure this out myself. Actually,
it's amazing. Now, everybody in the barbecue world, okay, don't eat barbecue every night.
True.
Okay, so well, when we do have it and watch different ways of doing it, no matter how you do it, okay, eating that meat, that's one of the best things you can have. screw the sides. The sides are the
Mhm.
ones that's going to hurt you. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And the big thing is, well, so if you have a nice rub on it, okay, and it's got a little sugar in it, use a little barbecue sauce on it, whatever, okay. Stop and think how many carbs you just put in your system versus baked potato, macaroni and cheese, and all the other stuff that goes along with it. Then you have
Mhm.
a salad and put a store bought dressing on it.
Yeah. Right.
So you just shot yourself in the foot. It didn't make sense. So clear your mind with it. Eat what you want to do, but watch the sugar. That's it.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
watch the sugar.
So they got that sugar-free guy that's near the salad dressings.
Yeah.
He's got some good stuff, but it's still not all that healthy.
See, here's where that goes wrong. Okay. Um, dig deep into it. First of all, it's shelf stable. Okay, they got to put the ingredients on there that's shelf stable. Now, looking back in retrospect, all the stuff that I ate, okay, xanthan gum and all this stuff, then ketchups and stuff that can be on the shelf for months or
Mm.
years. Okay,
Yeah.
why is it there that long? Because the preservative. Once you eat that, start screwing with your stomach,
Yeah.
with your microbiome, and all that right there. And that
Mhm.
starts causing. That's where all your what do you call what's the word I'm looking for? Where your bacteria and stuff like that fight off germs and all that stuff. That goes south, you're in trouble. You're in deep
Mhm.
trouble. Okay, so your immune system is what I was trying to say.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so all that shelf stable stuff, if you can't pronounce it, it could say sugar free on the back, and then look at the ingredients, and it's that thick of
Mhm.
ingredients. Not good.
Yeah.
It's just I mean, but that's me. Lep. That's me. That's what got me to where I'm at right now, and
Yeah.
I'm not turning back. I mean, I'm
Right on.
living. I'm going to be 70 in a year,
Right
and
on.
you know, the only thing I do regret is, well, somebody asked me if you ever go off of keto, what are you going to do? I said, you're going to read about me in the paper, buddy. You're gonna read about me. Guy with a pound of marijuana, okay, gallon of milk, and a 7-Eleven looking for little Debbie's aisle.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Little twist here. So when you are cooking in the kitchen, using the smoker out on the balcony, what music you listen to?
Man, I listen to a bunch.
Yeah.
I listen to a bunch. I like just about a lot of stuff. I like some rap music and stuff like that. But I'm mostly I go from the 50s right up, or even 40s. I'll go right up. Different mindsets. Sometimes if I have a little Chianti, I'll throw a little Italian music on. But basically, from anything, just about anything goes on.
Well, I figure from you and your musical background, you would have a certain genre that you listen to or something.
I mean, I like a lot of the rock music. See, our place that we had, okay, it was Garvey's. It was Garvey's restaurant to start with. Then we went to Garvey's pub. We got sued from a place in Ireland for taking the name Garvey's pub because there's an established place over there. I didn't get the two of them, but way back in the day, it was called Emmett's Inn. So that was my father's middle name and my brother's middle name, and my brother's 4 boys' middle name, Emmett. So we called it Emmett's Inn. Now, Irish family. My brother buys this place back in early, I guess, 1970. I'm still in school, playing the bands and stuff like that. He buys this place and wants to make an Italian restaurant out of it. I went up to him one day. I says, "Hey, what are you drinking? Are you stupid? We're Irish. What are you doing? What do we know about an Italian restaurant?" Okay. So what we did was I brought my band in there to play. And Friday night started getting busy. Saturday night started getting busy. Well, we got this place up to the point where we added on 3 times, 3 stages, 4 bars, okay, kitchen, a grill kitchen out front by the bar. And Twisted Sister started in our place on Tuesday nights. Okay, we had Leslie West from Mountain. We had Allman Brothers, the 2 drummers, the dynamic duo there. Had Edgar Winter, Johnny Winter, and Rick Derringer. all them guys come through this place.
Okay.
Then we sold it. All right. We had that from 70s into the 80s. Mid 80s, sold it and got it back. The guy couldn't pay.
Okay.
Right? Sort of turned it into a country place, the whole bit. So what we did was we opened it up and just started doing like pub food and stuff like that, and then sold it again. Got rid of it. Guy put down $500,000, okay, and paid us for 18 months, and then just walked away. Couldn't do it. So it was the Garvey boys that brought it back to life again. So, like I said, we went in, opened up fine dining, lobsters, seafood, steaks, type of thing, and then we had the bars going, and then just went from there. So what happens is, how families are. We went so long, and then I said, time for me to move on, and then I went down, worked on the Jersey Shore at a place, a high end place. And that's where I was the saucier.
Mm-hmm.
And then left there and went to an Italian place, and I worked for a guy. Right off the boat from Naples. Okay, I think my name in his eyes was, "Hey, you son of a bitch."
That was your name, huh?
Yeah. Hey, son of a bitch, come here now. No.
Miss Piggy wants you to spit a verse, a rap verse.
Oh, let's see here. I'm tongue tied as it is. I tell you what, you should watch some of my outtakes.
Right.
Oh, we get. I can't get no rap stuff out right now.
Got Rob at Barbecue Pit Dog. OHIO.
That's my man right there, Bob. He's a good guy. Bob.
Right on. So switch gears again on you. What's your favorite thing to cook, and what's your least favorite thing to cook?
I tell you, what? I fall back to old school stuff. Hey, being an Irishman, my grandmother cooked every night for us, okay?
Yeah.
And everything was boiled.
Yeah.
They boiled everything. Ham.
Yeah.
805 did one where we boiled the ribs, okay?
Yes.
That was the story of my life.
Right
okay? On. My dad wasn't a cook, but my grandmother would boil the ribs. She'd tell him, "Hey, go put this on the grill." We had a hibachi. All right. I didn't know there was other barbecue sauce other than lighter fluid.
Right.
It was lighter fluid.
Right.
Oh, this is Ronson. Oh, this is Ronson. This is made by Exxon. Oh, this is good stuff.
Made by Exxon.
Big flame stuff went on. That's where we ate. But you know what? I don't like anything. I don't like boiled stuff. I don't like nothing in a pressure cooker.
Okay.
That's my thing. My favorite thing is I love steaks in a black cast iron, brother.
Right on.
That's my go-to. I miss when we moved from Florida to here. I had a little Joe Smokey. I used to rescue grills. Some people rescue animals, and what I would do is I'd take them and I would re-maneuver things. I took one, I made a deep fryer out of it.
Okay.
Took the guts out of it, put the bigger burner on it you would get for a turkey burner, the big pot. Put one of them on air, control it, and I had another cast iron pot that I would put in there, and that's what I would do with my deep frying and stuff.
Nice.
And with the gas, I had a 36-inch Blackstone. I missed the hell out of that thing. I took another.
That's my cast iron.
Yeah, I took another burner and I put it inside. I had like a bench that I made. And I put that inside and raised it up, and that's when my wok went.
Mm-hmm.
Hot and fast and stuff. But I miss that kind of stuff right there.
Yeah. Never worked with a wok. I always did, but I noticed you don't get that technique of a wok that needed without that big butane fire underneath it.
Well, you're 100% right.
You could throw it on your stove. You're not going to get the same result. It's not going to get hot enough. You're not going to be able to throw a little oil in there and fry up some egg real quick. You know what I mean? You're not going to be able to do all that.
I got a couple from the restaurant. I got a couple of butane burners that we used to have a omelet station and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I have a couple of them. So I'll take that outside
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'll get that good and hot. And that's why I do my steaks outside because I like it hot and
Yeah.
fast.
Right.
And you know, but the wok, put the wok out there, and I made a collar for it, so the heat comes up and it stays on there, and I'll get that thing cherry red. Bang, and then I'll start throwing my stuff in it. But that's the way it's got to be done. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do it inside the house. And my wife hears me. She said, "Are you filming? Why? Because you're cursing." Son of a bitch, man! Look at this. Nobody wants to eat gray meat. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So yeah, I mean, it's
Uh-huh.
that's what I like, the hot and fast. But like I said, I miss all my stuff from outside, and I've been known to burn. Do you know what the best thing I used to like on my old little Joe?
Uh-huh.
I used to make pizza dough, man. I tell you what.
Really?
Oh yeah. I had that. I had old lump charcoal I used, and I had put 2 of the diverters.
Uh-huh.
I put 2 of them on top, just to stop that from the real hard heat. But I wanted the top to go, and everything worked out really well. I'm giving out secrets, but you know what? Who knows? really come out really nice.
That's okay. I wouldn't, but although Kettle does make a pizza oven attachment, you know what I mean? So
You stop and think about it. Really, what it is, it's just a cover that you put it into the heat. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, right.
So I put an oversized pizza stone that you would put in your oven.
Yeah.
Okay. And just so happened to fit inside the little Joe.
Nice.
All right. And then I put another one on top. And that's when I put the dough in it, close it, and then voila, you got, because you still have the heat coming up from the side. You don't have that direct burn coming up from the bottom.
Right.
So with the double coating, it came out really good. Hey, it took me. I burnt a lot of dough, brother.
I was gonna say probably a lot of trial and error on that, but hey, that's part of cooking and experimenting. You know,
it's all I'd say. Play with your food. Every video I'd say, play with your food. No set way. That's why I get a kick. I get a kick on watching all the different channels and stuff. Everybody has their technique. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I like to see the ones where it doesn't work, where it fails.
And you know what? I'm one of those guys. I'll show you the fail. I'm not. All my cooking is not perfect. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
You know. And if something happens, see, a lot of times I'm cooking live, so there's a lot of adjust and adapt that goes along with mine, where I edit it out. You know what I mean? So I just got to keep it moving sometimes, and you see the fail happen live. You know,
see, that's the advice. I'm going to get a little advice from you too, also, because you and Mojo and do the live cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want to attempt that.
Yeah,
I'm going to attempt how to do it, but I might have to put a rating on it. You know, in the beginning, this is not PG.
Right? Yeah. I've been known to cuss out a few tools, a few recipes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to try different things, but I want to try it live because you know what? That's actual cooking right there. I mean, that's
the hardest thing about doing for me is paying attention to the chat. So what I used to do is I used to cook in the garage, and I had a big TV. Oh. So I would stream from the computer to the TV so I could see the comments as I'm cooking right above me. Mm-hmm. That was a good way to keep interacting. Now with the setup I have, I might have the webcam on the food, but mostly I'm over here looking at the chat, because before we didn't have StreamYard, you know, it was just straight YouTube.
Yeah. Or Wednesdays, me and Mike, what we do lately we've been doing a lot of recording, like I said, because other people working or whatever. Mm-hmm. But that seems to work out because you can keep it to an hour. You don't lose anybody. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And you keep on topic with it. So me and Drunken Chef did a live one time. And I thought it was a blast, but there was the two of us, and he had a couple guys monitoring the stream and stuff. But I think I'm going to try it. I think I'm going to jump both feet into it and say, hey, what's the worst going to happen?
Here's your neighbor, Black Hole Barbecue.
Yeah, yes, he's He's
Yep.
a North. He's a great guy. Me,
Yep.
me and him talked a little bit.
Mhm.
One of the lives he did. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to go up and check him out. I had to bring some chat juice.
Right. Yeah. He's always out there chilling and grilling in his backyard, man. He always has parties. He has a huge Super Bowl party where people come from all over, come and hang out and cook and watch some football.
He's got a great setup. I mean, just
Yeah.
yeah. We're gonna have to do that because you know what? We're not that far.
Hmm. Yep. All right, man. You all right?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. You survived the hot seat, man. Look at that.
You know what? My hemorrhoids feel a little bit better, but yeah, it was pretty good.
Burnt them off.
Yeah, I tell you, this is great. I appreciate you a lot because you know what? Like I said, when we first met on with the dude and stuff like that,
Mhm.
you jumped right in with me, and I'm saying, wow, this guy's got a lot of subs and stuff. He's been around, knows a lot of people, and I
Yeah.
said, how nice that is that come on, step up, even though it says keto on there. So you are a great person, my friend.
Thank you. Appreciate that. And at the end of the day, it's cooking.
Yeah.
I don't care what style of cooking it is. And if it don't work for me, I'm not going to just say, hey, I can't be friends with you. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And what got me too is that you do live cooking. I mean, with the truck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
You're hands on, brother. So
yeah,
that has a lot to do.
Yeah. All right, man. I opened up the line here. See if we got any takers to come hang out. We're gonna log off, guys, and we're gonna go backstage and bullshit some more. And y'all are free to come and hang out. And yeah. Oh, here's a Florida guy.
Yeah. Lep, I appreciate this very much. I really do. Thank you so much.
Right on. I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate everybody over there in the chat. They're the ones that make this show possible. Yep. Without them, we're nothing. We could just entertain a wall. You know what I mean? but we got some fine folks over there in the chat that come back every week. Much love to them. I love you guys. And we'll see you next week. Who do I have on next week? Can't remember.
Tom Garvey, the fat guy, quit keto.
I forget who I got on. But anyways, see you guys next week at 5:00, same place, same time. Love you guys.
Take care.
We're out of here.